Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to chat with you guys about 7 ways to rebuild your emergency savings account if you don't have very much in it. Let's get started and talk about it. We all maybe have had this happen where you've had all sorts of little emergencies, whether they're house, car, health, doesn't matter, and your savings is almost down to zero. It's very stressful. How can you even begin to rebuild it? I do have some ideas, and there's 2 of them that I really don't hear about, but I think that they could help, so hear me out. The first one is this. Before you start rebuilding your emergency savings, ask yourself if you have any large expenses coming up and plan accordingly, because I find it demoralizing when you're going along savings and you're like, oh, we can't save this month, I gotta pay this extra bill that came up. Oh, we can't save this month, we need this. And so there's always going to be an excuse not to save because you're going to need that money for something. So figure out, are there any big expenses you need to take care of first? That's number 1. Number 2, if there's any way you can automate it where you don't even think about it, that would be great. One of my friends, she has money taken right out of her paycheck that goes automatically into a savings account. Doesn't even have to think about it. Okay, number 3, I've done this and it has given me a peace of mind. I have a special savings. Now, this isn't an emergency savings. I guess it is, but it's a special savings called Extreme Emergency Only No Touch Savings. The only reason that I would use that money is either loss of income, number 1, or number 2, something health related. I already have my other, what I call household car sinking fund that I use. Now, if I had to start digging into the no touch savings, we would have to cut a lot of expenses, live extreme bare bones budget until we replace a source of income. But if you were replacing an emergency savings account for things such as household, car, health, whatever you deem an emergency in your life, if you were doing that and say that you can afford to save $200 a month, and maybe it would be a good idea or it would behoove you if you think so. Remember, it's each individual personal finance here. Maybe you would take $150 and put that in your regular emergency savings and take $50 and put it in the no-touch savings. That way, you are not allowed to touch that unless it's an extreme emergency. Having that for me has given me a peace of mind because I've already got a sinking fund set up for things like household. That's how we purchased the central heating system in January because of that. Unfortunately, we did get down to almost zero in that account, which we're part way filling up right now. Okay, the next thing you could do, number 4, obviously start a side hustle. It could be anything, and it doesn't have to be working 20 or 30 hours a week. It could be something simple. One of my friends needed some extra money for some things, and she's, running errands for some people, and she's doing some dog sitting. It could be things that work around a full-time job or around your retirement. Remember, even making an extra $100 a month can make a big, big difference. Number 5, a lot of people I know are selling items. I haven't done a whole lot of that myself, but I've heard people can really make some good money selling things around their home, and that can give you some cash to put in your savings. And obviously, number 6, this is a little different. If you need to go bare bones to build an emergency savings to give you peace of mind, there's nothing wrong with that, because you can think of it as something temporary. You don't have to do it for life. But if you don't want to go bare bones budget to rebuild an emergency savings, look at how you're spending your money and cut back on things that really aren't bringing you value. Okay, number 7, start making some phone calls. Are there some people that you know of that you think, or some of the people you're doing business with that you feel you could be getting a better deal? Can you switch services? Just picking up the phone could end up saving you $50, $60, $100. It may not, but you don't know until you've made that phone call. There's all sorts of ways to save money. We just have to get creative, and there's tons of fabulous, fabulous, wonderful YouTube videos out there on this very topic. Let me know what you guys think. We all know it gets demoralizing when your emergency savings is dwindling and you don't feel like you make enough money to be able to put money back. But there are ways to make money, there are ways to save money, and so we all just have to get creative. Let me know what you guys think. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye now.